Kids. In today's session, you are going to learn about the continuation of the secularism. We'll move on to the importance of secularism. Why we need the secularism? The concept of secularism evolved in India as equal treatment of all religions. We should treat equally all the religions. We need secular state to maintain peace and harmony between people of various religious ideologies. Those who are actually in our country already I told we are not following the single religious. We are following the so many religious. That means there should be the peace in between the religious people. Those who are following the different religious, in between them there should be the peace there. It is a part of democracy which grants equal rights. Actually, the Mughal Emperor Akbar also followed the policy of religious toleration. Is propagation of Din Ilahi. Din Ilahi means divine faith. And Suleke Kul, peace and harmony among religion, were advocated for religious toleration. Constitution and secularism. What is the constitution saying about the secularism? Secularism, it is a part of the Indian constitutions. The makers of the Indian constitution were aware that a strong and united nation could be built only when all sections of people had the freedom to practice their religion. Those who constructed the constitution, those who made the constitution, that people, that leaders, they thought in their mind that every people should have the practice of freedom of religion. Practice of freedom of religion. Okay. So secularism was accepted as one of the fundamental tenets for the development of democracy of India. The word secularism was not mentioned in our constitution when it was adopted in 1950, but in 1976 alone, the word secular was incorporated in the preamble through the 42nd Amendment of the Indian Constitution. In that alone, they given us a India is a sovereign, socialist, secularist, democratic and republic country. Okay, like that the line they given there. Before that, there is no secular. That word it was not appeared. The basic aim of our constitution is to promote unity and integrity of the nation along with individual dignity. Each and every individual person should have the dignity that means what the religion is following. In that one, there should not be any inequalence. There is no state religion in India. Already I said this also. The state will neither establish a religion of its own nor confer any special patronage upon any particular religion. Already I told, I think so. Mughal Emperor, when they ruled, what they did when they want to spread their religion, they forced the people of India to follow the Islamic religion. Those who are not followed the Islamic religion, they should pay the jizya tax, like to celebrate the festival for everything, because they are not following the state religion. The state it insisted only the Islamic religion. Okay, the ruler insisted only the Islamic religion, but the people, those who are not having the interest to follow the Islamic religion, that people should pay the tax. But nowadays, that means after India got freedom, we are not having like that type of the any state religion. The freedom of religion guaranteed under the Indian Constitution is not confined to its citizen alone, but extends to aliens also. That means those who are came from outside of our country, the foreigners we are saying, no, they also having the freedom of religion. This was pointed out by the Honorable Supreme Court in the case Ratilal Panchand 5, State of Bombay in 1954. In 19th century, Hindu people in Khajuraho, India incorporates a Hindu spire, a Jain Kopla, a Buddhist Sapa and Muslim style dome in place of Ushal Shikara. This one they given in this picture, isn't it? This one all the style, that means all the religion it denoting there. The Constitution of India has the following distinguishing features. What are the distinguishing features we are having in our Constitution? The state will not identify itself with or be controlled by any religion. The state guarantees to everyone the right to profess any religion of their own. This is also already I explained there. The state will not accord any preferential treatment of any of them. They are not showing any partiality to any religious people. Okay, state means here country wise only we are saying. The country it's not showing any partiality to any religious people. No description will be shown by the state against any person on account of his religious faith. Okay, this is also same thing alone. They are not criticizing any religious people there. It creates fraternity of the Indian people and gives assurance the dignity of the individual and the unity of the nation. To safeguard the unity of the nation, they are creating the fraternity among the Indian people. The secular Indian state declares public holidays to mark the festivals of all religions. Yeah, we are getting holiday for all the religious festivals, isn't it? For the Ramzan, Bakrid, Christmas, New Year, and Hindu festival like Diwali, and what is that one? Pongal, like the type of the festivals, we are getting the national holidays itself. Mosaic of constitutional provisions, that means which article saying about what, that only we are going to see. Article 15, it denotes prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion, caste, sex or place of birth. Okay. Article 16, equality of opportunity in public employment. In the public employment, for all the religious people, there is a equal opportunity. Article 25 of 1 guarantees the freedom of consciousness and the right to profess, practice and propagate religion individually. In your family also, if everybody following the Hinduism is, you can follow any other religion. The government, they given the religious freedom to you, each and every individual. Article 26, freedom to manage religious affairs. Article 27, the state shall not compel any citizen to pay any taxes for the promotion of any particular religion. We are not paying the tax for the religious wise. Okay, we are paying only the income tax, land tax, house tax, like that only we are paying, but we are not paying any religious tax. Article 28, on religious instruction or religious worship in certain educational institution. In any institution, if they are only propagating the only teaching the particular religion, means it will be stopped. Okay, that means they are not the government, it's not given instruction to any educational institution to propagate their religions. Article 29 2, a ban on discrimination in state aided educational institution. Why do we need secular education? Why we need the secular education? Secularism in education means making public education free from any religious dominance. Children as future citizens must get education which should aim at the development of character. To develop our character, we should know about the secularism, and also we should live in the moral behavior. Okay, secular education is needed to remove narrow mindedness and makes dynamic and enlightened view. That means if you know about the as a student, if you are knowing about the secularism, what you will do, you won't criticize any religious. Okay, and you won't say that means you won't treat any people in the very untreated manner, that means ill-treated manner you won't treat any people. You will show tolerance to all the people. Okay, to develop moral and humanistic outlook, to train the youth to be a good citizen, to strengthen democratic value like liberty means freedom, equality and fraternity means it should be in the friendly manner to everyone, and cooperative living, to give wider vision towards life. You should have the wider vision means what, you should not move on the only in the one path there. Okay, one path means don't say about, I am not saying about that you are walking on the path, I am not saying that. That means your life, it should not be in the one small circle there. You should be have the wider think about all the things. Okay, that means you should know about all the religious. If you are not having the faith in the God, what you should do, you should not criticize the God of any religious. That also you should keep in your mind, because we should behave with others in the humanity way, and to develop an attitude of appreciation and understanding of other points of view, what the others they are saying. Don't think about the religious. Okay, just what the others saying. Whether is it correct or not, that only we should take it into our mind. To develop the spirit of love, tolerance, cooperation, equality and sympathy. To synthesize materialism and spiritualism. Already I told Akbar, he followed the Din Ilahi, isn't it? Din Ilahi, it is one of, that means he created that religion. What it had, all the religions moral thing it had in that one. In all the religions, that means what the Quran said about the God and about the God, about the life of the people, everything what the Quran said, what the Bible is saying, what the Sikhism, that Guru Granth, what it's saying there, Bhagavad Gita, what it's saying there, everything he mingled and made one of the book. And he kept for that, that means he kept the name of that religious as a divine faith, that is the Din Ilahi. Akbar's instruction for his Muslim was that it would incorporate elements from different religions, including Islam and Hinduism. I told you, isn't it? Same thing, only they also given here. Actually,